Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Capricorn. We're going to look at overall energy through oracle cards first, and then we'll dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress. But let's start with looking at what you guys have been dealing with in your recent past. Ooh. Make time for self-love. Ooh, okay. Trust all will be well and release control. You know, I actually really like this energy for you guys because this feels like regardless of maybe some fear and anxiety around either some sort of decision or path, this is choosing to do what is best for you. And I think that sometimes that can actually be the hardest thing because especially if we're not used to taking care of ourselves or prioritizing ourselves or our needs, and we do start to do that, it can feel really scary and out of our comfort zone because it's unpredictable. You know, we're doing things differently, which means that we're kind of in new territory. And I feel like that's a lot of what this energy really is for you. There does seem to be a lot of anxiety, not just in this past energy, but honestly in this reading. Like as soon as I started channeling the energy, I kind of immediately felt this like heaviness in my chest, this like difficulty breathing, because I feel like you're in maybe some unknown territory, or you just have, you know, a little bit of anxiety about some sort of decision or outcome. But I feel like this is about really making sure that, you know, you are prioritizing you and your needs, even if you're not used to that. You know, I know for me, like when I did start choosing myself and setting boundaries and, you know, doing things a little bit different, it was actually really scary because you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. Again, the territory starts to kind of be unknown. But where are you at now, Capricorn? Especially if it's like leaving a job that isn't serving you, or a relationship that isn't serving you, or, you know, doing things that you know is like in your best interest but comes with a lot of unknowns. Like making those kinds of decisions are some of the most powerful choices that we have, but also sometimes the scariest. But let's see where you're at currently, Capricorn. Assess the situation. Don't make too many assumptions right now. That's like what I got immediately from this card. Don't make too many assumptions. Relax. Relax. Push through insecurity. Push through uncertainty here. I feel like, you know, especially when we are in the unknown, that opens the door to a lot of fear and a lot of insecurity. And usually when we are, again, like in that unknown or facing that uncertainty, we're going to see pretty much everything through the lens of our fear, our anxiety, our insecurity, our expectation for worst possible outcomes, things of that nature. And I feel like in this message in particular, it kind of is like spirit saying like you can relax. I know when you're stressed out, hearing someone just say, oh, just relax, like it doesn't really help. But I feel like this is more just spirit kind of telling you like you can relax, you can let go a little bit, you can trust that things are working out. Don't make too many assumptions, because again, this energy kind of makes me feel like not everything is as it seems. Either things are working out better than you think, or things aren't as bad as you think that they are. And I don't want to take away from what you're going through or what the situation is by any means. You know, you need to feel how you need to feel. Your feelings are valid. But I do think that sometimes having that, you know, that message that like things are a little bit better than you might be perceiving right now can really help. For me, I know that like when I'm stressed about something, everything else in my life starts to seem worse, because it's just like, there's so much, you know, that is out of my control. And when things are out of my control, it presents a lot of space for fear and anxiety to really start to take over. So your feelings are valid, but I do feel like Spirit is saying you don't need to stress as much about something. But let's see what Capricorn needs to know about this future energy. Embrace the flow of life. What is this leading to? Okay, push through any insecurity again. I want to know what Capricorn can expect, because this really feels like this is a message about letting go. Go wild and believe in your good luck. Okay. See, this is kind of, I get why these messages came out first, and kind of coupled with these, because with the pushing through any insecurity again, like seeing that for the second time, like especially in this future energy, I feel like it's important to know that you're never, and this is kind of like just in general when it comes to life, like you never really get to a point where things are just so certain and, you know, your fear, your doubt, and your insecurity goes away. You do get to a point, however, where your faith in the universe, your faith in yourself, and in your own strength becomes strong enough to recognize that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way. And then when that happens, life becomes a whole lot less daunting and a whole lot more exciting, because you start to be more excited for good things than you are like afraid of bad things. And I think that that's a lot of what this energy is about, is like through all that you're kind of going through right now, you are deepening a faith and a strength in yourself, a strength in the universe, or strengthening the relationship in the universe as well with the universe. And I feel like you're going to start to see that you are not just more powerful than you think you are, but also like more capable and more deserving than you've ever really felt you are, and stronger than you've ever really realized. And it's like that takes you further at the end of the day. So it kind of feels like a lot of what you're going through is kind of like building these things within you to prepare you for some good stuff that you're headed toward in the future. But it is going to require you to kind of let go, trust the process, go with the flow here a little bit, which is not easy. Take it from me, somebody who's been diagnosed with a generalized anxiety disorder. Like, it is not easy to let go. It's been like a core message and theme throughout my entire spiritual journey, learning to let go and to trust. But I do think that with this believe in your good luck, I think that this is really the universe saying, like, trust that things are going to work out for you in the end, even if you don't see how, even if you don't know when. None of that really matters right now. It's about the journey. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, like, in terms of, like, it doesn't matter to you, because I'm sure it does and it should. But I'm just saying, like, where you're going to end up is going to be where you're supposed to be, no matter what the case is. And it's going to be good. But this journey that you're on is necessary to get you there. That's kind of what I feel these cards are really saying. Now, let's look at the overall theme of this reading. This is my new deck. I've only used it for one reading so far. It's my intuitive life coaching deck, which I myself am an intuitive life coach, so I love that there's a deck for that. But let's see what we've got here for you. Capricorn. Overall theme of this reading. I've messed with this deck quite a bit for myself, and I really, really like the messages in it. I feel like they add a lot of depth. All right, overall theme for Capricorn. Yeah, that's what I get. That's what I gathered from you. You are a shooting star. You are about to step into your fullest potential. And then literally metamorphosis, like the caterpillar that emerges from the cocoon. You are about to get your wings. So you're going through something really transformative. And I think that you're going to see how much it pays off at the end of the day, even if it's requiring you to, like I said, like this whole reading started out with, like making some tough decisions for you and for what's best for you. A lot of times those decisions can put you into some of the most uncomfortable spaces, but it also opens up doors that wouldn't exist if you were allowing yourself to just stay where things were at, just kind of in that complacency. So I don't know. I don't know what this is about necessarily, but I do know that it's going to work out for you. Not everything is as it seems right now. Things are better than you think that they are. That's kind of just the overall general vibe. But let's dive into this a little bit more, Capricorn. Let's look at this past energy for you. About to step into it. This is very much the Metamorphosis card says it all. You've been in this cocoon and this darkness and this void energy, and then this future energy is definitely about breaking out of that cocoon, and then you have stepping into your fullest potential here. There's so much wonderful energy that is ahead of you, and that you're even accessing right now. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is being in spaces where you were not getting what you deserved. Now, I feel like what's hard about this, because with this Page of Swords, I feel like there was something that you were really excited about at one point. Things didn't necessarily unfold the way that you had wanted them to. You were in this place where you were giving way more than you were receiving. I mean, Four of Swords in reverse just straight up speaks of burnout. Being in an energy of burnout, your soul being drained, your mind, body, spirit being drained here. So with this Knight of Wands, I really feel like this was this energy, whether this might be a decision that you've been leading up to or one that you've already made. I feel like depending on your where you're at on your journey, I feel like either could resonate with you, but this is about really taking a leap of faith and making difficult choices or difficult changes towards something that either toward or away from something. Yeah, because there's this Page of Cups. It's like this divine guidance to move away from something or towards something new. But however, for a while you were really back and forth on this. I feel like with this, because with the Five of Wands underneath that, it's like you were very conflicted, not really knowing what to do or what decision to make, even though I feel like you knew that where things were at wasn't what was best for you, especially if you were in this Four of Swords in reverse energy where you're just feeling so burnt out, so drained emotionally, mentally, physically. I feel like you were in a space that was very taxing for your soul, is a good way to put that. And I feel like it was hard maybe for you to make a decision, or it has been hard for you to make a decision, because there was a time where this provided a lot of hope and excitement for you. But again, it didn't end up becoming what it was that you ultimately deserved. So I feel like the universe was kind of pulling you away from certain situations, people, places, maybe even to move you in the right direction. But that has definitely presented its challenges, because you have the moon in the back here. There's a lot of fear surrounding this, and I felt that fear, I felt that anxiety as soon as I started this reading, which is again completely understandable. Our mind, body, spirit really craves what it is that we deserve. However, our humanness can often get in the way of that. And what I mean by that is, we tend to actually prefer what we're used to. So we tend to prefer what's predictable. We tend to prefer what's essentially easier, even if it's unfulfilling, even if it isn't, what it is that we really deserve. And so making a decision to change is always really hard, because your humanness is but I like the predictability, the uncertainty is scary. I don't know what to expect. But then every ounce of you is kind of pulling you in a different direction. Now this Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. Failed expectations. That's very much what this was about. Failed expectations. Things did not, and I already kind of said this, but things did not work out like you planned, did not work out like you expected. I feel like I said that and I heard, to say the least, things definitely did not work out like you planned, but I don't feel like things are not working out. They didn't work out like you planned, but I feel like they're still working out. And I don't, I don't necessarily know. I mean, I see that with this like assess the situation and relax card. Like not everything is as it seems. I do feel like things are working out better than you might think that they are, even if you can't fully see how that might be the case yet. But let's move forward into your current energy. So what does Capricorn need to know about where they're at right now? It's like some sort of hard choice or hard decision pays off in some way. But it's interesting because I don't know if it was actually your decision or not. It was either a decision it was like a decision you were forced into making. Whether it was like things happened and you eventually had to make a decision, or like you didn't have a choice and things like played out a certain way. It wasn't the path that you wanted. It's like it wasn't the path that you wanted, but the path that you needed. There's the Hermit here. Right now, I feel like you either are or being encouraged to spend some time with yourself, spend some time in reflection and with your soul. The Moon, there's that Knight of Wands again. So you're really out of your comfort zone right now. And things don't feel like they're really progressing, I feel like, in the way that you were ultimately hoping. For some reason, I feel like this Moon and the Six of Cups are paired. So I'm going to take two more here. It feels like things aren't progressing in the way that you had hoped. Ooh, I like that High Priestess card, though. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. I feel like for a long time, you tried to make something work. This is alluding to the past energy, and I feel like that's why the Six of Cups is important here. You were trying to make something work that just wasn't working, and it's like deep down, I feel like you really knew this, but you were afraid to make changes, right? Like a lot of what we were talking about, which is, all of the fear that kept you from making some sort of change or decision, I feel like you are currently facing. And that happens, when we are afraid to step out of our comfort zone and we make the step out of our comfort zone, we are then going to come face to face with the fear, doubt, and insecurity that we were avoiding in the first place. It is just how things work. So right now you're in this energy where a lot of things feel really scary. A lot of things feel really out of your control. You're in the unknown, maybe feeling a little bit lost. Especially if you don't really see a path forward, or if you don't have the answers that you need right now, because this Chariot in reverse kind of gives this indication that maybe things are a little bit stuck right now, or that things are not moving. Like you just feel like you've been in this place for a while. But I also at the same time really, really feel, and that's why I feel like this Hermit card came out first, was really make sure that you're not, because the way that we first view any situation in our life is typically through the lens of our fear, doubt, and insecurity. And we never want to make decisions from that place. We always want to allow ourselves to look at things from a bigger picture perspective, to look at things from a deeper, more faith-driven perspective before we make any decisions or assumptions. And I feel like that's why Spirit is really asking you right now to not jump to any conclusions, and to understand that all of the fear, doubt, and insecurity that you're navigating right now is the fear, doubt, and insecurity that has been holding you back from the things that you deserve and desire. So, everything that you want, your dreams, the love that you desire, whatever the case might be, is on the other side of the fear that you can't have it, that you can't get there, that you're not enough, that you're not supported, whatever the case might be. I feel like you are in the depth of that right now. You're in the depth of the fear, you're in the depth of the unknown, but I feel like it's a good thing. And I feel like that is going to move you into spaces that are beyond what you maybe even have originally thought was possible. So definitely a trust the process kind of reading here. But I feel like the most important message for you in this reading, and the thing, if you take anything away from this, don't jump to conclusions about your reality. Don't jump to conclusions about how things are playing out. Things are better than you think. Not everything is as it seems right now. And I think that that's going to become more and more clear as you progress on this journey. Also, this is crazy. When I move these cards, usually they move together, but They're not, so that's why I'm messing with them a lot. But anyway, let's see. Because, yeah, you literally have pushed through insecurity. Like, I feel like there might be this pull to want to go back to how things were, but how things were not as good as they can get for you. And I feel like that's really important for you to know. Even if things feel uncertain right now, I do feel like this is very much, you know, needing to know, like, you are headed in the right direction. Things are unfolding according to a bigger plan, and I do feel like things are going to work out for you better than you might think. Believe in your good luck. Let's push through insecurity here. Immediate future for Capricorn. What can Capricorn expect? I want the cards to turn all the way around or hit the table. 7 of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. 8 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, hang on. Let me line these up in a way that... The Temperance. Or just Temperance card. This is exciting. And then the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, I feel like the first card that comes out really kind of sets the tone for the message. And the 7 of Wands is all about like standing tall in your truth, like not giving up on yourself, speaking out for what you deserve, like essentially like believing in yourself. Like if you were gonna really sum it up, believing in yourself and defending your beliefs, basically. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is all about kind of like a slow moving journey that almost feels like things aren't progressing at all. And I feel like that's been kind of the theme for you. And I feel like that's why the unknown has been so difficult, is because you're like, well, I feel like I've been here for forever. Like things have been moving so slowly. But what you don't realize is in every moment that you choose to keep moving forward, every moment that you choose faith over fear, every moment that you choose to believe in yourself, to keep showing up for good things, you are actively manifesting and creating the life that you deserve and desire. That is why this 8 of Swords in reverse is my favorite card in tarot. It's breaking free from limiting beliefs that keep you stuck in a limited reality. And the reason that I like this card so much, like it was literally on my vision board for a while, is because it helped me. This card is like the perfect explanation of how the only thing that can hold us back is our beliefs about what's possible for us. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. And I feel like what we don't realize is that as humans, you know, we're so adaptable, and we have this ability, this really, really cool ability to completely reprogram ourselves, to believe that things are possible and that we're capable and that we're deserving and that the universe has our back. Like, you know, your life is essentially going to be a product of what it is that you believe. And you might not be in control of much, but you are in control of what you believe and how you show up for those beliefs. And you know, if you walk around and you talk about all the time, things never work out for me, and I always end up alone, and nobody has my back, and, you know, everything sucks all the time, you are probably going to experience a reality that tells you that that is 100% true. And so you're going to even deepen and further those beliefs, which is going to further that reality. Well, when you're going through insecurity, when you're going through fear, when you're going through doubt, you have a choice. You have a choice to either allow that doubt, fear, and insecurity to become your truth, or to decide for yourself, I am going to keep showing up believing that good things are possible, believing that I can have the life that I desire, believing I can have the love that I desire, believing that I can have the success or the freedom or the abundance or the peace that I desire. And if you show up for those things, you are essentially guaranteed to create it. And I don't mean guaranteed in the sense that, you know, you won't hit obstacles, challenges. There might be failure. There might be times you have to pick yourself back up, but you will create it. Essentially, like, you can do anything you want as long as you don't give up trying to create it. It sounds really cheesy and it sounds really naive. And sometimes I get a lot of people in my comments that are like, oh, you're just so naive. You have no idea how the world works. And it's so interesting for me because I used to be the most pessimistic, complaining person that you've ever met. Like I saw the world through the lens of everything sucks and life sucks, and it did. My life did suck. I was very unhappy. My mental health struggled, and the biggest thing that helped me transform my life is the way that I thought and believed about my life. So that's why I feel like you really have to believe in your good luck. Like, believe that things are working out for you. Believe that you're capable of good things. Believe that you're deserving of good things. And the universe is saying you will create them. You will bring them into your life. But you are going to have to face the fear, doubt, insecurity, second guessing, all of the reasons that, maybe you avoided making a decision or a change in the first place. But if you are willing to trust in this process and trust in yourself and trust in the universe, things are going to work out better than you think. That's what this is all about. So much of the time people come to tarot because they're looking for prediction, right? They want to know, everything I ever want is going to show up at my doorstep tomorrow. And very rarely does that ever happen. Windfalls are not common at all. They very rarely happen, and if they do happen, it's typically because you put in the work to create them. And so what I'm trying to do with this my readings that I do on this channel is I'm trying to get you to see that you have control over your destiny. You have control over what happens to you and what you create and how you show up. And when you focus on those things that you do and have control over, you do create a better life. You do create things that essentially exceed what you might currently believe or think is possible for you. So I feel like this is definitely one of those readings that's asking you to believe in yourself, believe in the universe, to trust the process, and just literally expect good things, because good things are waiting for you. You have the ability to create them more than you even know. So remember, not everything is as it seems. It might seem or feel or look bad right now. I'm not saying that the feelings that you have associated with that are invalid. What I am saying is that trust that things are working out better than you think, and I think you'll be surprised at the outcome. I'm going to hop on over to the extended. The extended is going to focus on what you can do or what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Capricorn, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Capricorn.